The first ever sandwich was made by John P. Sandwichman, a local maniac who defied the town laws by cutting a loaf of bread in half and putting a slice of cheese in between the two pieces. He was hanged that same day. Did you know there's more than one type of sandwich in the world? That's right, there's at least 6, including an exotic new flavor called ham. Sandwiches start their life off as bread, which must be slapped around a bit to ensure that they are using boneless bread, to avoid babies choking on the bones. The bread is sent down a conveyor belt, where each slice is then segregated due to their religion. The atheist bread is smeared with butter, as a mark of disrespect. A machine then tries to paint the American flag on every slice of bread with its cum, but does a really bad job of it because it's very un-American and was actually made in China. Next, the angriest worker in the factory hatefully deposits a handful of cheese that's been screamed at for 3 hours on top of the cum bread before it receives a sensual massage. Girders of dog food are positioned onto a machine that turns the gelatinous logs of yogurt meat into what some people call ham. The sliced pieces of sweaty ham are then taken and mailed to the sandwich line. Slices of ham are folded into little meat tortillas and set on top of the already traumatized cheese. Next, segregation is over, as the bread finally put aside their religious differences and lie on top of each other romantically. The sandwiches are stacked and sent to the sandwich toll booth. If a sandwich doesn't have the money, it will be refused entry, turning to a life of crime instead. Orange rubber bands safely contain a bread knife, which a man jerks off at 1,000 RPM after drinking 13 Red Bulls before starting his shift. The bread comes out sliced diagonally, which is scientifically proven to make sandwiches taste better. Days later, the workers took an involuntary, unpaid holiday and were replaced by various robots, like this one, that has adorable little bread suction cups to lift slices of bread off a machine and lay them down with robotic precision, unlike human precision, which is bad. The bread is then positioned precisely using another machine because the last one didn't do its job right and is on its last chance to get its shit together. The bread moves along the belt before arriving at a machine which squirts vomit from a man who has only eaten boiled potatoes in the last 12 hours across the slices. The average life expectancy of these men is roughly 2. More of the suction cup robots that replaced the humans with suction cup hands grab the bread and lands a sick bread flip, completing a vomit sandwich. After too many Red Bulls one day, the man with the bread knife had to be let go after he said God instructed him to saw off his boss's head. So a robot does his job now too, slicing the sandwiches into sliced sandwiches. Slicing the sandwiches makes it easy for people with little disfigured baby arms to pick up and eat, because whole sandwiches are much too heavy for their arms. A robot then picks up the sliced sandwiches and drops them in place without even looking, because robots are not constrained by fear or emotion like the weak mind and heart of man. Back in the dark ages before machines took over, the sandwiches are picked up and shoved into tiny boxes, triggering their claustrophobia. They're soon sealed shut before the workers can hear them scream, ensuring that the sandwiches cannot breathe. This kills the sandwich. Sandwiches will spend 4 months inside the factory at room temperature, often being opened and spat on by the workers, before being resealed and sent to shops harboring the flesh-eating disease.
Thank you so much for watching. Special shout-outs for Drunk Irish Steve and Richie H. Pair of legends, thank you so much for the incredible support, and thank you to everyone else who has joined the Patreon, even though I've not posted an actual video in a while. I hope this is okay, I hope this is decent. If this one goes well, then I'll happily write more because it was a lot of fun writing, so bye bye.